However, it seems like owning collectibles will be the better option for you because you are getting 144 points just on the very first day of buying collectibles using our 100 gems budget. However, if you were to visualize the data, you realize this, well, and actually I've never seen anyone talked about this before. This is completely new to me as well, that on the day 20th, there is sort of a flippening that happens. And after day 20th, if you were to hold on to them long enough. What is up, you guys? This is Will. In this video, I'll show you how you can get 144 Veve Master Collector Program points in just one day with a 100 gems budget. Is that even the best option for you? If not, what is it and which NFT should you buy? Today, I will introduce you to this particular method and walk you through step by step. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be easy on how to get the maximum daily MCP point for the minimum amount of money spent. Our budget today will be 100 gems. It's gonna be a lot of fun and it is applicable to every one of us. This is a video that you do not want to miss because being able to use this particular method early will give you a lot of advantage in Veve Master Collector Program. As always, if you find the content helpful, please give it a like. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Share it around to your Veve friends so that they can all benefit from it. And most of all, subscribe now so that you don't miss out on actionable and valuable insight that will help you to make better decisions in Veve. Let's get to it. You're looking at Veve Setlist. This is a very awesome and useful site brought to you by Pravos Assassin. I'll link him in the first comment down below. The two biggest factors that contribute to your daily MCP points are the NFT rarities and NFT types. We have two types. They are collectibles and comics. For NFT rarities, there are 5 of them: common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare. That means that we have 10 combinations in total: common comics, uncommon comics, secret rare comics, going all the way to secret rare collectibles. There are 10 of them, but only one will be the best option to get you the maximum MCP points daily for the least amount of money spent. In this video, we'll find out what that combination is. Our budget today is 100 gems, meaning with 100 gems, I will walk you through step by step using this method to get the maximum MCP daily point for that budget. If you have more, 500, 1,000, 2,000, or even more, you can use the same method. You just need to scale up, and I'll show you how to do it as well. My goal of making these videos is to bring the maximum values to the most people possible. That's why I picked the 100 gems budget, because it will work for everybody. So our goal today using Veve Setlist is we will compare all 10 combinations. So we'll compare between common comics to uncommon comics to rare comics, ultra rare, and the other 6-7 of them. Okay, so what we'll do first is we will get started with comics. So you will go to the comics tab over here. First, we want to look at common comics, so let's do it together. Over here in the rarity filter, just select common. That is step 1. Step 2, go all the way down to the bottom, click on show all. All right, so this is just to make sure that we can see all the NFTs possible. What we want to do next is we want to copy everything. So I'm just gonna hover with my mouse over here, drag everything down to the bottom. So now this is the data for the common comics that we work with. Copy everything and then open up a new Google Sheet file and then paste the data in there. When you do it the first time, it might look a little bit messy, but don't worry, I'll show you how to fix that. My second row, the data is a little bit off to the right. For my first row, the data is a little bit off, so I'm just gonna cut it and then paste it over here so that everything is well aligned. And over here, I don't know why everything is highlighted in black, so I'm just gonna fix that. Highlight everything again, right? And then come over here, select white. Okay, we won't need all these columns, and then I will explain to you what they all mean. We only need column D, column G, and column H. So we'll delete A, B, C, E, F, I. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my mouse over here, drag to C, right click, delete. I don't need the total mint either, so I'm just gonna delete the column as well. I don't need the last column either. So what do these columns mean? And I actually don't need the rarity column either, because we all know that these are all common comics. So delete column. I'll name this Will Common Comics, right? So let's start naming these columns. These are obviously the comic names. So I'm just gonna put name. This is actually the market price. So I would say that the market price from Veve set list is pretty accurate, and this is very valuable information that I'll show you how to use them in a little bit. So let's call this price, and this is point. For every single common comic, you get 0.25 points daily. That's just what it means. And for example, the Alpha Fight #1 costs $20 floor price on the market. If you were to buy this specific common comic, that would give you a quarter points daily. But for $20, that's a little bit too much. If you were to get the All New Captain America #1, it only costs $6, 6 gems. I'll use dollars and gems interchangeably in this video. For now, let's just call 6 gems. So this might be a better option, but you know, going through all of these options, you know, one by one for all 10 combinations would take a lot of time. So I'm going to show you a quick way to do it. So what I would do is I will add another column over here, which is called aggregate spend. You'll see why in a minute. And then highlight everything in the first row, just 4 columns over here for sales, and then click create a filter. And now we want to get the least expensive comics, the least expensive NFTs in general, because our budget is limited. We need to get the maximum quantity possible because that will give us the most points, right? So with our budget of just 100 gems, we need to get the maximum number of comics. That means going for the cheap ones. So I will order the price from A to Z, and that will show me the least expensive comics. All right, so with 100 gems budget, how many of these can we get? How many total points, total daily points? So 100 gems, we can get these guys, obviously, but how many? What we would do is in the aggregate spent over here, we will add a formula. So and I will show you equal sign, and then we will take the sum of these two cells. So click on B3 plus B2. What this is telling me is that it costs 6.14 gems to get these two common comics. What about the other one? So going to cell D4, the next one down below, equal sign, and I will take this one, the sum that we just calculated, plus B4. So now we know that it costs 9.23 gems to get these 3 comic books. So we still have a lot of money, right? This is just maybe 10% of our budget. If you think that's too much math, too much equations, that's all you need to know. What we're going to do next is we're going to hover our mouse over here to the blue square at the lower right corner, and then drag everything down to the bottom. Right there is fine. We don't need too much. And then we're just gonna go find 100 over here. So 100 is between these two rows, Uncanny X-Men 170 and Strange Tales 111. I'm just gonna stick very strictly to our budget. So with 100 gems, I don't want to go over budget, so we can get all of these comics. It's gonna cost us 96.2 gems to get these many comics. I'm just gonna highlight everything in green, so this makes it easier. So how many comics are these? I don't want to go count, so I'm just gonna count everything using a specific function. To do that, I will name this cell comics, and I will count over here. So equal sign, and then type count, and then letter A. Okay, count A, and then open parentheses, drag everything from cell A2 to all the way down to the end of our highlighted section. Hit enter. So, you know, with $100 budget and at the market price for these comics, we can get 28 of them. Okay, 28 common comics. How many points is that? Okay, how many daily points? So I'll show you. For every single common comics, we can get a quarter points daily. So we're just gonna take this cell, multiply that by 0.25. So in total, with the $100 budgets, we can get 28 total comics and 7 daily points. Is that a lot? Is that too little? We'll find out. Lucky for you, I have gone through all the 10 combinations and did all the calculations. So I'll show you right now, all 10 of them, so that you don't have to do it. You know, telling you the answer would have been very easy. But the thing is, every single week, Veve would drop new comics, right? So the results would change accordingly. Maybe this week, buying the Death of Captain America #1 for all of these comics will work for you. But next week, they might come out with comics that have lesser value. So they might, you know, this list will change accordingly. So this is why I wanted to walk you through step by step. And if you have extra time, you can repeat the same step for the 10 combinations. The uncommon comics, keep in mind that I ran this data of like 2 or 3 days ago. So the results may change a little bit, but the total daily point won't change that significantly, okay? So for uncommon comics over here, with the 100 gem budget, I can get 18 comics and a total point of 9. That is a little bit better, but is that the best option? Let's go to the rare comics. Actually, for the common comics, I also ran the data a few days ago and I got 6.25. Okay, so it might be a little bit different compared to the 7 that I got today, but you get the idea. It's the same method. Okay, so 6.25 for the common comics. Uncommon comics, 9. What about rare comics? Rare comics, you can get only 8 of them, but because each rare comics will give you 2 daily points, 2 times 8, that is 16. That is a lot more than the other 2 combinations will give you. So we'll keep that in mind, that the rare comics might be a really good candidate. What about ultra rare comics? Ultra rare comics, you know, we can only get 3. And because these ultra rare comics will each give you 3 daily points, 3 times 3 is 9. So 9, we don't care too much about that. Secret rare comics, you can only get 1 simply because secret rare comics and collectibles are usually very expensive. You can only get Death of Captain America #4 secret rare. That goes for 95 gems on the market. And each of these secret rare comics will give you 6 points. So 6, that's not good enough either. So let's go to the common collectibles. We can get 9 of them. Each of them will give you 1 daily point. So 9 points in total. Not good. Uncommon, only 8 points. Rare collectibles will give you 7.5. That's better, but not good enough. Ultra rare 6 and secret rare you can only get 1 NFT, 1 collectible in total. That will give you 6 points. You can get Melvin. Nobody wants Melvin, right? I did all the calculations and this is the result. With the $100 budget, we can go for the rare comics. That will give you 16 daily points, which is the best option, the best combination for you. So now you may ask, well, what rare comics should I go buy? I'll tell you right now, because we did all of these calculations here. You can go buy Captain America 2, 3, 4, 5, Uncanny X-Men 200, Strange Tales 111, Night Nurse #1, and Marvel Team Up #1. I do agree that these might not be the best comics for resale, but if you were to talk about, you know, getting the maximum MCP points, daily point for your budget, for $100 budget, these might be your best options. So what if your budget is 1,000? Come all the way down here. This is why you need to do that calculation yourself, because we all have different budgets. What if your budget is 1,000? You can go all the way down here, find 1,000, which is in between these 2 rows, 57 and 58. And then now you know you can get all of these guys all the way up, right? So I'm just gonna change the highlight to show you. All right, with the $1,000 budget, let's see how many points you can get. So invested 1,000. Number of comics will be count A again. I'm gonna count everything all the way down to the last row of the highlighted section, we can get 56 daily points. We can get 56 rare comics, because each of them will give us 2 daily points. Quick math in my mind, that's 112, but I'll show you. 56 times 2, so 112 daily MCP points if your budget were 1,000. So now you may ask, Will, where does the number in the thumbnail come from? You know, looking at this data, it seems like rare comics is the way to go, right? Because going back to our chart over here, you get 16 daily points for the rare comics. And that's true, daily points, rare comics is the way to go. What I haven't told you is for every single collectible that you get from the secondary market, you will get an extra 15 points. What that means is we need to take that into consideration as well, because, you know, if you think about it, if you were to hold on to these NFTs for a shorter period of time, you know, having the common collectibles, for example, because you can get the most of them, will get you the maximum point. I know that sounds a little bit complicated, but I'll show you. So now that we know, if we were to factor in the one-off point for the secondary market purchase from the collectibles, then going with the common collectibles will be the best bet, right? So now we are comparing between common collectible and rare comics. We know that for the rare comics, the first day you buy them, you don't get any one-off point for the secondary purchase. So all you get will be 16 points, 16 daily points. So this is day 1, 2, 3. All right, so for the rare comics, the first day you were to buy these 8 rare comics, then on the first day after you purchase them, you're getting 16 points, right? Each of them will give you 2 points. So in total, you get 16 points. On the second day, you get another 16 points. So that's 16 times 2 will be 32 points. So we're going to calculate that for the first month, the first 30 days, for example, and you will see why. Okay, over here I'm just gonna lock down this cell over here so that it automatically takes the same number, which is 16, and it's just gonna multiply that by these numbers over here. Add the $sign before the letter B and a $sign after the letter B. So I'm just gonna drag it down. So after a month of owning these common comics, you have accumulated yourself 496 points. For the common collectibles, let's take a look at them. You can get 8 collectibles for a total point. Oh, sorry, you can get 9 collectibles and 9 daily points in total. So you can get Cersei, Invisible Woman, the Title X stamp, Coca-Cola, and a bunch of Marvel Mighties. So we can get 9 collectibles for 9 total points. What that means, however, is that we have to take into account that each of these collectibles that you're buying from the secondary market will give you a one-off 15 points. So we're going to take 9, multiply that by 15. We're just talking about the one-off point for now, right? 9 times 15. And then now we are adding in the daily point, which is 9, right? So 144. If you were to buy those 9 common collectibles on the first day, you know, considering the one-off points from buying collectibles on a secondary market, you are getting 144 points. But for every single day after that, you only get 9 points for these collectibles. So we take 144 plus 9 and then drag it all the way down. So for these common collectibles, you know, on the first day, it might sound great to getting 144 points. The second day, adding 9 to that, 153. Third day, adding another 9 to what you get from the second day, 162, so on and so forth. At first, it seems like common collectibles is the way to go, because if you were to compare these two guys, rare comics and common collectibles, however, there is a flippening that will be happening at some point over here when you actually get more points from owning rare comics. As you can see on day 20, you know, from owning these rare comics, you would have accumulated 320 points, but you know, for common collectibles, you only get 315 points. So if you don't sell any of them, you are better off with the rare comics. And let me visualize it so it makes sense, so it makes more sense to you. So what I would do now is I will highlight everything over here and then go to insert chart. It'll give you the first option right away, but if it doesn't, let me do it again so that, you know, if it doesn't show up for you, insert chart, you can go to setup, line chart, and then click on chart type. I like line chart, you know, but totally up to you. It's very easy to see. As you can see over here, the rare comics is in blue, the common collectibles is in red. So, you know, you are better off with the common collectibles up to a certain period, which is day 20, right? So at day 20, owning rare comics is your better bet. Again, this comparison and the result of it will change according to your budget. That is it, you guys. Let me know what you think about this particular method, or whether you are participating in the Veve Master Collector program in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed the content, please give this video a like. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Just anything, whether there's like a different topic that you want me to talk about is related to Veve or the Omi token. Remember to share this video to your Veve friends so that they can also benefit from it. And most of all, subscribe now so that you don't miss out on actionable and valuable insights that will help you to make better decisions in Veve. Again, thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope to see you again next time. Peace.